No. Okay. Hello, everyone. Today I'm gonna talk about my final project with my first interviewee. He's Joaquin Eduardo Cayupe. He's in eighth semester of the career systems engineering. Today I'm gonna talk with him. Okay, Joaquin, tell me, do you like the major you are studying?
Yeah, I actually really like my career. Before I started the university, I was like at a school think about my future, and I decided to choose this career because I really like to get engaged with that languages of programming and etc.
Oh, okay, thank you. To me too. What has been the most difficult subject you have studied so far?
If I remember, maybe like web systems, because like at that time I didn't understand uh, most of the most of the topics that the teacher explained to me. And well, it was at that time very difficult to me.
Oh, okay, okay. How did you manage to pass it?
Oh, well, I remember that I started to study harder than the last time. Well, harder than the first time I started the career. Well, sorry, the subject. And after that, like I was training my brain to in about different topics of the subject, and finally I passed the subject.
Oh, that's great, bro. What was the biggest challenge you faced during your studies?
The biggest challenge, well, maybe will be the to understand all the languages because you know that in our career we have C++, JavaScript, C chart. So there are a lot of languages, but
Yeah,
they have the same meaning. But yeah, it's very hard to understand all at the same time because different teachers explain to us different ways to understand the language. But I think uh, I think some of them are very important to our future of our career. No?
yeah, okay. I think so. What helped you overcome it?
Well, about that, I remember that I like uh, entered to different online courses
Okay.
to understand more the topics that we have. And after that, like I started practicing more and check videos because to study hard, you need to check videos and also get engaged with the with all the materials you have at your hand. So yeah, I think that was the first, well, that was the most important thing to understand and pass that challenge that I have at the past.
Okay. The last question about which one is your which is the language the language of programming that you really like?
Right now, I really like Python because I think it's easy.
It's too easy. Yeah, Python is
Yeah,
so
it's
easy.
easy. Yeah, but it's not the easiest. I think it's easier than other languages like C++.
Yeah, the C++, for example, the Java. Python is
Yeah,
very, very good. Yeah. Well, why? Why is your okay? Why? Because it's easy. Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. That was all
Well, William,
for
appreciate it. It's
this
okay.
interview. Thank you so much, Joaquin, for your time. So see you next time. Thank you.
Bye, William.
Hello, everyone. Today I'm gonna talk about my project. My name is William Pinedo, and my second interview is Rolando Roller Belis. So, Rolando, tell me, do you like the major you are studying?
Yes, the major that I am studying, I like it because, well, first of all, it's system engineering. I like it because it combines technology and the management of these systems. I enjoy learning how information systems can be improved, how companies works also learning how to protect the information systems. It's interesting to see how coding, databases, and cybersecurity can help organizations make better decisions. That's why I like it.
Oh, okay, thank you, thank you. What has been the most difficult subject you have studied so far?
So far, I think the most difficult one has been databases management. That basically you have to study databases. So it requires a lot of logic and attention to detail, and especially when you're designing this relationship between tables and writing complex SQL queries.
Yeah, okay.
And maybe some small mistakes can make this whole code fail. So you have to be very precise when you're doing it.
Oh, okay, okay, interesting. How did you manage to pass it?
Well, it was hard, but I practiced a lot with using real examples from the internet and watching a lot of tutorials online on YouTube. And I also formed like a study group with my friends of the university. And we tried to solve exercises that the professor gave us. So our professor after that gave us more exercises, and that's how we managed to pass this exam. And that really helped me to understand also how databases work in real life systems.
Okay, okay. Okay. What was the biggest challenge you faced during your studies?
The biggest challenge might be trying to manage my life. What I mean is trying to manage my time between projects, exams, and also I do a lot of extracurricular activities like doing sports or hanging out with my friends. So I have to manage to have enough time to do all of these things. And many courses require teamwork and long hours of coding or studying. So that's why sometimes it could be kind of stressful to finish everything on time and have time for myself also.
Oh, okay. Okay. And the last one, what helped you overcome it?
I met some friends who are good of organization, so I try to stick to them, and I've learned how to organize myself better by using some tools like Google Calendar or Notion, and working with these classmates who share these opinions with me. It makes the work and make things a lot easier. And having the support of them and my professors and friends really kept me motivated to keep getting better. So that's why basically I try to stick to them to learn that.
Yeah, yeah, that's so important. Well, that was all for the interview. Thank you so much, Rolando, for your time. Thank you. Hello everyone. Today I'm gonna talk about my final project with my friend Gerardo Montoya. My name is William Pinedo, and I'm gonna start with the interview. So, Jared, tell me, do you like the major you are studying?
Yes, I really like my major. Studying system engineering has been a great experience for me because it combines different areas that I've always been interested in, like technology, logic, and problem solving. What I enjoy the most is that it's not about the programming or designing system, but about understanding how all the parts of the process work together, hardware, software, and people. I think it's a career that really challenges you to think critically and find efficient solutions to real world problems. Over these 4 years, I've realized that system engineering helps you develop a mindset that can be applied to almost anything, whether it's improving a company's workflow, designing software, or managing data. So yes, I definitely enjoy it, and I'm happy to I choose it.
Oh, okay, thank you. That is interesting. And what has been the most difficult subject you have studied so far?
So basically, the most difficult course I was probably is operating system. It was the first time I really had to works at such a low level with the computer, understanding how memory is managed, how process communicates with each other, and how operating system controls all the hardware. At first, I was very abstract, and I remember struggling a lot to visualize what was happening. Behind the scenes, when I ran a program, the labs were also quite demanding because they required not only theoretical knowledge, but also a lot of programming in C and debugging, which could be get frustrating at times.
Okay, okay, bro. Thank you. And how did you manage to pass it?
So to be honest, I passed it by changing the way I studied. At the beginning, I used to read the slides and notes, but I realized that is in this course you really need to practice constantly. So I started dedicating a few hours every week to solve exercises and writing small programs to test concepts on my own. I also joined a study group with some classmates. We met twice a week to discuss the hardest topics like process synchronization and memory segmentation. Explaining things to each other helped a lot. Sometimes a classmate explanation made more sense than the textbook. I also went to office hours whenever I felt stuck. It took effort, but step by step, I began understanding how everything fit together. By the end of the semester, I felt proud of how much I had learned.
Oh, okay. And what was the biggest challenge you faced during your studies?
So basically, the biggest challenge I had is been time management. In system engineering, there's a semester when you have to juggle multiple projects at once, programming assignments, group work, presentation, and exams all at the same time. Sometimes it feels like there's enough hours for the day. There were moments where I felt real stressed because everything seemed urgent. It was hard to balance academic responsibilities with my personal life.
And what helped you overcome it?
So basically, what really helped me was learning how to organize myself better. I started using digital tools like Notion and Google Calendar to plan my weeks and keep track of deadlines. I learned to set small daily goals instead of trying to do everything at once. That made me a big difference because it gave me the sense of progress and control. And also, I realized how important it is to take short breaks and rest because when you're exhausted, you can't really focus. Another thing that helped me a lot was teamwork. Collaborating with a lot of my classmates helped me a lot because it made study more enjoyable. And finally, I had a lot of support from my professors and family who encouraged me to stay motivated even when things got tough.
Okay, thank you. And the last question, only for now. If you hadn't studied systems engineering, what would you have studied?
So I'm always been passionate about everything that is related to engineering because I really love math. So basically, I would study something like electrical engineering or probably something like civil engineering, like the digital part, because there's a lot of digital elements that have to do with those majors. For example, electrical engineering, you gotta be always connected to the tablets, to the internet, looking for like codes and all of that type of things to modify some type of problem that electric part has. Or with civil engineering, you gotta always be constantly doing math, physics, trying new things to balance all the things so the building can get complete and done. Another option would be robotics as well because it has a lot of programming too.
Oh, that's cool. Thank you. Thank you. That was all for this interview. Thank you, Jared, for your time. Okay, that was all. Thank you.
All right, you're welcome.